Hello and welcome back to the Gloomhaven Solo Deadly Challenge. This is going to be quite the ridiculous one. This is the Plagueherald in the Wild Melee. This scenario, as you can tell, there are a large number of enemies on the screen, and the objective is just to kill all of them. So I have the world's simplest plan for this. I'm just using I'm just using the absolute bare minimum gold. And I got the Cloak of Phasing, which gives me permanent flying. It also allows me to occupy hexes with obstacles and turn invisible. But while I am invisible on an obstacle, I cannot attack. So in this scenario, I have a bunch of allies on my side, and then there are living spirits on nobody's side, and then a bunch of bandits. My plan is very, very simple. Just get into this second room as fast as I can and go invisible on one of the obstacles. Then on turn 2 to go ahead and open up this room, to open up the door to the third and final room. And then I also set up a buff that I can, anytime I move, I can suffer a damage to make any poison target suffer 3 damage. And if you know your Plagueherald cards, then you probably know exactly what I'm going to be doing. I am going to be poisoning everything on the screen as soon as I can. As soon as I'm back nice and safe on my post. I just took a damage right there during that move action to make that bandit suffer 3. And now I am back safe, just hovering over my little obstacle. And that is how I am going to spend the rest of the scenario. I am just going to be standing on here and making everything poisoned, and then making everything that is poisoned suffer damage. Unfortunately, I don't have my level 9 card that would speed up this process significantly, because I would have top and bottom actions that would make everything suffer damage. And so, in the end, I do jump off and eventually start hitting things. I'm definitely considering just going and doing another challenge with the Plagueherald, so that the crazy damage from that living spirit right there with him targeting everything. But I definitely may do another challenge with the Plagueherald, one that will be an actual challenge, where I will have to have an actual build and do actual things. But I just thought that this one was quite funny, and I'd make a real fast one for it. I did actually try another scenario with this plan, with this strategy, but it just didn't quite work. I tried it a couple times. I got into the final room, but there were a bunch of wind demons and earth demons, and they would heal themselves and get the poison off of them before I was able to damage them down all the way. But you can see all the people on my team and the living spirits that are supposed to be on nobody's team, but they're basically on my team since I'm completely invincible. They did absolute work and destroyed this scenario for me. I just moved off of my perch right there so that I could set my darkness. But don't worry, I ended back on the perch. I am not leaving my little obstacle, the little flag that I am inside of. But it is very, very close to 1 at this point. And I mean, even though I burned multiple lost cards, I've barely even I have so much stamina left. Even if this were only half of the scenario, I would still be able to go and win with the rest. But that is basically all that I have for you in this one. Just have a couple more coming up. I'm going to try the Doomstalker right after this one, and then 2 minis, and then my final video in this series is going to be the Berserker in the Oozing Grove. So I am really looking forward to that one. I think it's going to be really, really hard, and I haven't started strategizing for it or anything yet. But if you know the Oozing Grove, that is definitely the hardest scenario in the game. But that is it for this time. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and come back for the next one. Have a good one, guys. Thanks.